Right. It may take days, years, or even another life.
Right.
Yes.
And so how long, I know this is one of the issues of contention, one of the things that's being discussed within Buddhism, how long does it take to become a Buddha, to achieve Buddhahood?
Well, it depends on the methods and how brave one is, I think.
Right.
Yes.
How brave one is.
Yeah, in a way. Because
Right.
as we see, even if we're not talking about Dharma, even in life, that's simply to live through life, right? And to go through, it's already very tough. And then when you practice Dharma, using that as a method, of course in some ways it makes everything much easier. You see things much more different. But in some ways it is a heavy burden.
Right.
Such as, like, if you take a promise that one will help all sentient beings, yes, that one will not give up, not even for one. So, of course, it is a great attention and a great act.
Yeah.
But once you're doing it, it slowly becomes a heavy burden.
Right.
It gets heavier and heavier. And as we know that even if we have the right attention to do good things, for people that you're doing, for them it might be very different. For them, it might be for that very instant or for that very moment, might not be a help. Might be a bigger fuss.
Right.
Yes, so that's why it is difficult.
Right. Now, in English, the word that is often used is suffering.
Yes.
When talking about sort of the problems that people have. In Tibetan, it's different.
In Tibetan, we call it dukkha.
Dukkha.
Yes, dukkha.
And what is that?
Well, it's a result caused by how to say, caused by emotions such as anger, being in some ways ignorant.
Yeah.
I think that's the word in English. And actually, in Buddhism, we call it the three poisons.
Right.
Yes. So the first is the desire, in Tibetan dukkha, and then anger, shadang, and then timuk, which is being ignorant.
Right. Would that be the first thing I have to do, is to become aware of the suffering?
Yes, it's one of the qualities of Buddhism, yes. But first of all, I think the most important thing would be that, of course, that we all want, it's very general that we all want happiness, right?
Yeah.
And we don't want suffering at all. But then, mostly others is sort of, we're mistaken what is happiness and what is suffering. And which is through being, not aware and having a lot of, being very much ignorant. And then that naturally causes desire to want things, to have things.
Yeah.
Yes, to want anything. First of all, to live, and then fame, and so on.
Fame? What's wrong with fame?
You see, it's still it's more of a greed that we want some things, right? As long as we're living as regular life, we all want things. And that's if we don't know how to control it, if we are not aware of its limits,
right,
then it causes trouble. It causes suffering.
So just to get it absolutely straight,
yes,
the reason that we are suffering and the reason we are unhappy is that we want things, we desire things,
yes,
fame and fortune and
yes,
happiness and
yes,
so forth.
Yes.
We don't realize that we can only grasp them for a brief while.
Yes, and they were just a sort of, yes, for a brief while. And just simply thinking that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Sure.
Yes. So therefore I would do anything to get it.
Right.
And then that causes a lot of trouble.
So we see something and we say, right, if only I get that,
yes,
I shall be happy, I shall be released.
Yes, but actually we're not happy. We want more.
And the point is then, of course, that we can never be happy. It's not just a matter of becoming better at our careers or whatever. It all has to perish.
Yes. Yes, in some way or another it will perish.